FBW fans, welcome to FBW Fight Night 2025, the last stop before FBW Wrestle Bash 9, the biggest show of the year for FBW. And to shake things up right before Wrestle Bash 9, FBW management has introduced a new Glory Stimulus contract, a contract that grants its holder a United States Championship or an Undisputed Championship match anywhere, anytime. And this man right here, the hired gun of Violence Enterprise, they call him the Titan, Andrew Havoc, looking to bring a new trophy to Violence Enterprise, who has been running FBW for the last year. And the man who Andrew Havoc has to face to get the Glory Stimulus is a man he's actually defeated here in the past of FBW, and that is the Golden Star Gladiator, Felix Zapata, because last month at Showdown, these two men fought for the new hardcore title, and Andrew Havoc picked up the win. But Felix Zapata is no stranger to Andrew Havoc, because even though he lost at Showdown, he's actually the only man so far in FBW to pin Andrew Havoc, and that came right before Showdown on prime time, where Felix Zapata actually became the second ever hardcore champion. Now, these both men know and have a taste of gold, and this Glory Stimulus gives them an opportunity for even greater gold than the hardcore title. And Felix Zapata quickly trying to blindside Andrew Havoc, because Felix Zapata knows what Andrew Havoc is all about, as Andrew Havoc actually defeated Felix Zapata and quickly took back the hardcore title. Now you have to think that Anthony Aries is watching this match very closely with a smile on his face. We all know that Anthony Aries has his problems and his grudges with Felix Zapata, and Anthony Aries hasn't been able to get a match with Felix Zapata, and Andrew Havoc just throwing Felix Zapata right out the ring. But you have to think that while Anthony Aries waits to have a match with Felix Zapata, he's just loving that Andrew Havoc, his hired gun, has been able to put the hurt onto Felix Zapata. But Felix Zapata cracking a cookie sheet right off the skull. We could be seeing stage of that primetime episode with that foot stomp right to the chest.
1, 2.
But Andrew Havoc kicks out of the very spot that actually caused Felix Zapata to become the second ever hardcore champion. We could be looking at a new Glory Stimulus, as Felix Zapata just floored Andrew Havoc with that golden blade. Both men know what it's like to hold championship gold. Felix Zapata briefly being the hardcore champion. But if we're looking at the stats, the hardcore title is not comparable to the United States or the undisputed title. And now Andrew Havoc grabbing Felix Zapata by the throat. We're at a stalemate here, but a kick takes down Felix Zapata. Currently, Violence Enterprise holds all of the gold here in FBW. The undisputed with Sam Reeves, the United States with Anthony Aries, the hardcore with Andrew Havoc, and a big splash by Andrew Havoc. But just imagine if they add the Glory Stimulus, they'll prevent many people from being champion. Because what happens if Andrew Havoc wins the Glory Stimulus and Violent Enterprise, their members are still the champions? That's going to be a very interesting dynamic, but we cannot count Felix Zapata out, because even though he's lost to Andrew Havoc at Showdown in his first official FBW match, he had a very good showing, and he has pinned Andrew Havoc before. We know he can do it again. And in his debut match at BYWN Breaking the Chains, he had a very good showing in an undisputed title match against Sam Reeves. But so far, it's been Andrew Havoc, as Andrew Havoc floors Felix Zapata with that cookie sheet. Now placing the cookie sheet over the chest of Felix Zapata, and he just stomps the cookie sheet right into his chest. Andrew Havoc wants to prove that he is the Titan, to prove Anthony Aries right when Anthony Aries brought him in as a hired gun at FBW No Love. But a massive drop kick taking down the Titan. Felix Zapata starting to show the heart of a gladiator that he has, and another drop kick, picture perfect. Felix Zapata has the ability to be a big star here in FBW. He has to find that grit with a flying clothesline off the ladder, taking down the Titan. The Titan getting back up to his knees. Felix Zapata trying to keep the Titan down, but he just gets pushed right off the trampoline, falling hard onto the unforgiving ground. Andrew Havoc, no stranger to talking smack, trying to get into the minds of his opponents with his words. But he cannot let that get the better of him. Now he has that cookie sheet. But Felix Zapata moves out the way. And that sounded like poppets just cracking off the chest of Andrew Havoc. Felix Zapata, and now he has some Legos. We saw this last month at FBW Showdown. We know what the Legos can do. Felix Zapata putting the Legos down. Now going up into the high-risk district. This is not good for these two men. Legos are on the trampoline, and he gets thrown right onto the Legos. Felix Zapata getting slammed into the Legos. And now, like a hawk, Andrew Havoc just stalking his prey with the Legos in the ring. Felix Zapata feeling the pain, picking him up. This is not looking good for Felix Zapata. Setting up for a chokeslam. Right on the Legos. This could be all she wrote for Felix Zapata. A chokeslam on the Legos. And now Andrew Havoc with the cover.
2, 3.
And we have a new first ever Glory Stimulus holder, and that is Violence Enterprises Titan Andrew Havoc. This is a good year for Violence Enterprise, even better than last year. Undisputed US Hardcore, and now the Glory Stimulus. Who can stop Violence Enterprise?
There's a new age for FBW. Sign and glue. Havoc. Wrestle Bash it is. And I'm coming for you. You're gone. I'm here. This. You're fucked. I've fought legends. I've killed careers. And let me tell you something. Will cause some carnage. I did what you couldn't do. I got the Havoc out!